Hello, my monstrosities. Hello once again. Today I bring to you a discussion video with some gameplay in the background. Use the build if you want. It was pretty fun. It's also pretty hit or miss. So, hey, tell me your results if you used the build. But what I want to talk about today is, well, I also want to talk about the chapter, but I also want to say right now as a bit of a warning why this is a discussion video and not a build video is because right now DBD is having that problem pop up again where people are DDoSing people because of IP breaches through Steam. So if you are on Steam on DBD, uh, be careful, is what I'll say on that. They're usually targeting content creators. I'm no big content creator, but I'm also a better safe than sorry type of person. I don't need my IP address leaked or anything just to play silly little games. So that's that warning. But for today's topic, I want to talk about something that seems to happen pretty often with DBD, where the chapter that we get kind of fixes the issues from the chapter beforehand. What do I mean by that? Well, if you look at the Skull Merchant's perks, the first perk that I did a video on with the new release was Leverage, and I slapped it on Night immediately. And all of the perks seem to work pretty well on Night. Swag, okay, maybe not as much, but Leverage gives you some slowdown, throw a Night and make people upsetty spaghetti over in different areas. And then Game of Foot is one that requires basic attacks, Night basic attacks, and it procs on the guards breaking things. So that's one of the examples of what I mean by did this fix the last patch's problems. Obviously, I'm not talking about just like at a bug standpoint. Oh, did they finally fix the bug from 6.5 and 6.6? I really hope they did. Um, but I also do mean from like a survivor standpoint, did we see anything come in that helps with the last chapter? And just for more like clues of how often this happens, we talk about Wesker, right? One of the perks that Wesker brought was Awakened Awareness, where it doesn't rely on a terror radius, which is something that Dredge definitely struggled with. And you just had some extra little things. Terminus leaves people broken. Dredge likes to enjoy when people are injured. Now, mind you, that's at the end game, but hey, it's still good, right? Or let's talk about the artist and Cenobite. Well, let's see. Cenobite brought Plaything, and artist brought Pentimento. Cenobite has Deadlock, artist has Grim Embrace. Now, they kind of just go hand in hand a lot of the time. Um, Poor Sadako or Sadako. I really don't know what to say about that, but that was just some examples of what I mean. If you look through the roster, you'll probably see more things that the community has talked about, or even conclusions you come to yourself. So, did this patch really make up for the last one? Um, and I don't say like, oh, this one was so bad that it made the night look good, which I think it did, but that wasn't necessarily what this video was, right? I've seen a lot of people suddenly 180. It was just like the night's release was great, but this one, oh man, bro, what are y'all doing? The night was so engaging, and we love the night on release, but then the Skull Merchant, what are you guys doing over there, behavior? And let's just not be fake about it, right? You all didn't like the night. Most people don't like the Skull Merchant. Let's not cover it up just to make it seem like that. And that's not what I think behavior was aiming for either. But I just want to know if this patch has brought you things to make use of other things, I guess. Not even the last patch, but yes, did it bring more tools for you? I asked on my community if people were using new things, right? And most people are, but it's not by a large margin. there is still a good amount of people that aren't using new things, and I can't really blame them. Like I've said, for the bad guy side, TOS, you know what? I still don't know if I can finally say what they are over here. I know some rules got updated, but hey, that's another conversation. Right? But for the bad guy side, I am still struggling to make use out of everything, if I'm being honest. Um, if you are familiar with the channel, thank you. I appreciate it. I do enjoy finding more niche things, like the Wesker interaction between two perks that I found, or hubris on Wraith. I like those type of things. But unfortunately, not to say that every round of perks being released is going to have some weird kooky interaction with somebody specifically. But I am finding it really hard to just get value out of everything, and meaningful value, right? Like, there are a few things that I've tested or was testing that work, but I do still ask myself, was it worth making it work, right? And I'll probably still be releasing those builds just because, one man's trash is another man's treasure. That just because it isn't for me, much like I wish people understand with this chapter, doesn't mean that it's not for somebody. Um, but that's different from the did it fix conversation that we wanted to start this with. Did this patch bring things that are usable for veterans? Sure, let's go with veterans. Let's give anybody that played the last patch the title veteran. Ooh, that'll make the forums mad. Yeah, let's just say that though. Are you using anything really? Am I going to continue using things? I don't know. I think once we get out of the honeymoon stage of ooh, brand new shiny toy, yeah, I'll probably still play the Skull Merchant. But for the perks, after I release a few more things to show you what they can do, unless I find something niche, I don't think anything will be a staple in my build. Like with leverage getting hit randomly, I was really excited for that one. I'll admit, I was a little bit heartbroken when they changed it from the PTB because I was ready to combine that with, well, I'm not going to say it in case they revert it. So there. You'll just have to look at my videos to find out. But hopefully leverage gets reverted. If it does, I'll be using that again. But if not, I don't know if there's something worth using per se. Here's a freebie thwack on pig. I think everybody's thought about it because you can interrupt the traps. Thwack, hex face to darkness, infectious fright, and that's pretty much all you need. And then the add-ons for taking more time with the box. And yet, pig still somehow got nerfed this patch with the make your choice thing. So you know, I want to see how much or how many of you that see this are going to continue using things regularly and what you're using, right? I know that there are survivor perks that are ridiculous. Blood Rush is pretty funky, and I am not excited for when people realize how to maximize its usage. I'm really not. But at the same time, I think the rest are going to go through the, oh, this was fun for a little bit stage. So I want to know what side you play on top of that. Surprisingly, have a decent amount of Survivor mains on my audience, and I'm glad about that because I like to think that I don't give the usual vibes of all survivors are bad. Um, yes, I'm a bad guy main, but I don't care as long as you're not salty and angry about everything, right? As long as you're chill, we're chill. So that's that on that. But this this is just give me your feedback. Tell me what you like from this patch, because there's been a lot of negativity, and I've added to it too. I'm not going to act like haven't, but I am still happy about some things, and I want to see if anybody's happy too. So yeah, if you like the video, like it. Got a comment for me, comment, and until next time, peace out, my monstrosities.